The Memory Book by Louise Gooding and Erika Mesra. This is my grandma. She has white hair, lots of wrinkles, kind eyes, and a big smile. I love visiting my grandma. It's always lots of fun. We read together, play her piano, we feed the birds in the garden, and we love looking through her big box of photos. Some photos are in color and some are black and white, and some are funny brown color and look really old. I like to pull out all the photos from when Grandma was little and line them up next to the photos of me. I remember when I was your age, says Grandma. You have curly hair just like me, I say with a giggle, and the same cheeky smile, adds Grandma. But recently my grandma seems to be getting in a muddle. She doesn't always remember who the people in the pictures are, and I tell her I forget things all the time too. So I sometimes forgot how to tie my shoelace, and Mom can never remember where she put her car keys. But when Grandma forgets it, she says it makes her very frustrated.
It makes her feel
very frustrated. Grandma has also started to put things in funny places. She once left a television remote in the bathroom. She put a cup of tea in the fridge. She's always losing her glasses. And oh no, where did she put her box of photos? Grandma's house is starting to feel very different. Mom explains that Grandma's living with something called dementia. Dementia changes the way she thinks and behaves and can make her forgetful and confused. It can happen when some people get older. I don't want Grandma to change, I say. Even though she's living with dementia, she hasn't stopped being the person we know and love. Mom takes my hands. Grandma's still Grandma. She's just a little different now. As time goes by, Grandma's memory seems to be getting worse and worse. Mom thinks of some ways we can help. She says we must always talk to Grandma about any changes we make around her, as we don't want her to feel left out. Grandma agrees that it will be useful to label some of the items around the house so she doesn't forget what they are and what they do. I am using all my favorite pens and stickers to tell her. Even though Grandma's a bit different, we still read together, we play her piano and feed the birds in the gardens. But where are Grandma's photos? I don't like to ask. Grandma still loves telling me stories. I remember but sometimes only a few minutes later she tells me the same story again, even though I just heard it. I remember when She often calls me the wrong names and acts a bit funny at sometimes too. She can give me the giggles, but it can also be quite embarrassing. Mum says that Grandma could do with more help at home. I start to realize that Grandma has good days and she has bad days. The neighbors still like to pop in for a cup of tea. But now Grandma's a special person called a care worker who comes around to help her around the house or take her to the shops. Who's this person? Why is he here? She asked. I can't do all of this on my own. It makes me sad to see Grandma like this.
Some days
Grandma doesn't really like this. She gets very
frustrated.
Why don't we just move in with Grandma? I asked. That's a lovely idea, but we wouldn't be around enough, replies Mom. She got more help at home now, so she will soon feel more at ease. We will still pop in, Mom adds. Grandma loves to see your cheeky smile. Mom gives me a great big hug. Maybe there's something you can help me with. She says something that could cheer up Grandma. Mom takes me into her room and on her bed are the photos. I thought Grandma had lost them. I agreed with Grandma that we could organize them and make her a special memory book, says Mom, full of all the special people and events throughout. Some days Grandma doesn't really like this, and she gets very frustrated. Who is this person? Why is he here? She asked. I can't do all of this on my own. It makes me sad to see Grandma like this. Why don't we just move in with Grandma? I ask. That's a lovely idea, but we wouldn't be around enough, replies Mom. So she got more help at home. Now she will soon feel more at ease. We'll still pop in, Mom adds. Grandma loves to see a cheeky smile. Mom gives me a great big hug. Maybe there's something you can help me with, she says. Something that could really cheer Grandma up. Mom takes me into her room, and there on her bed are the photos. I thought Grandma had lost them. I agreed with Grandma that we could organize them and make her a memory book, says Mom, full of all the special people and events throughout her life. And I can label them like I did with all the things in her house. I say, then she will always remember when the photos were taken and who is who. I think that's a great idea, says Mom with a smile. This is my Grandma. We read together, play her piano, and feed the birds in the garden. Now let's look through your new memory book, Grandma. I remember when I was your age, says Grandma, turning the pages. We looked through the color photos. The black and white ones and the really old brown ones. Oh, did you forget to fill the pages at the back? Asks Grandma. No, Grandma. That's for filling with all the memories we are still going to make.